If you've followed crypto regulation in the United States, you know how it's worked for the last decade. The SEC sues a crypto company. The company defends itself in court. A judge issues a ruling. The next company has to figure out whether it applies to them. Repeat. That's regulation by enforcement. It's expensive, slow, and almost everyone agrees it's a bad way to run a financial market. The Clarity Act is the bill that's trying to change it. Clarity stands for the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. It's the first comprehensive federal framework for crypto market structure ever to make it this far through Congress. The House passed its version in July 2025, 294 to 134. 78 Democrats crossed the aisle to vote yes. The Senate Banking Committee is scheduled to vote on its version on May 14th. Here's what the bill actually does. The core change is jurisdiction. Right now, whether a crypto token is a security or a commodity isn't really settled in law. The SEC has historically said most tokens are securities. The crypto industry has argued they're commodities. The Clarity Act draws an actual line. Tokens that function like investment contracts, where buyers expect profits from the efforts of a central team, fall under the SEC. The way stocks do. Tokens that are sufficiently decentralized, where no central team controls outcomes, fall under the CFTC. Like Bitcoin already does. The bill creates definitions for digital commodities and digital asset securities, and lays out how a token moves between categories as a project decentralizes. The Senate version expands on the House text. It adds protections for decentralized finance protocols, anti-money laundering provisions, bankruptcy safeguards so customer assets are protected if a crypto custodian fails, and a safe harbor for software developers who don't custody user funds, which matters because several developers have been prosecuted recently for writing code that other people used. The bill has unresolved fights inside it. The biggest is stablecoin yield. Crypto platforms like Coinbase currently pay rewards on user balances held in stablecoins like USDC, which banks argue looks too much like an unregulated deposit account. A compromise negotiated by Senators Tom Tillis and Angela Alsobrooks blocks rewards on idle stablecoin balances, but allows rewards tied to active usage, like payments. Banks are pushing for tighter limits. Crypto firms are pushing the other way. The second fight is ethics. Some Democrats want provisions barring senior government officials and their families from profiting from crypto ventures. Republicans argue these are aimed at the Trump family. This dispute could derail the bill on its own. May 14th is just the Senate Banking Committee markup. That's the first formal vote, but not the last. Crypto oversight is split between two agencies, the SEC and the CFTC, which means it's also split between two Senate committees. Banking handles the SEC, agriculture handles the CFTC, a holdover from when commodities mostly meant wheat. Both committees have to advance their pieces of the bill. After that, the full Senate floor, reconciliation with the House version, and the President's desk. The White House has targeted July 4th for a signing, though whether that's realistic depends on the next few weeks. Here's why it matters. Without statutory clarity, U.S. crypto firms keep operating under regulation by enforcement. Pension funds, insurance companies, and sovereign wealth funds are largely blocked from crypto because they need clear legal frameworks before deploying capital. Crypto developers continue migrating to Singapore, Dubai, and the EU, where rules are already written. The Clarity Act doesn't resolve every crypto question. It doesn't answer what to do about privacy coins or DeFi at scale. But it would be the first time Congress has drawn a comprehensive map of how digital assets fit into U.S. law. That's the Clarity Act. We cover crypto on the days that actually matter, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.